Welcome back then to the Maksimir Stadium here in Zagreb. Tonight it's Croatia up against Macedonia. Our referee there is Mr. Levnikov, who comes from Russia, has to both his assistants on the sideline. A look then at the Croatia side, and there are two changes on the side that beat Malta 4-1. Mario Stanic, wearing the number 2 shirt, comes in. He come back from suspension. And Igor Stimac is also available again after missing the game in Malta because of injury. They're the only two changes. The good news for Croatia is that Davor Suker is gradually regaining his full fitness. He actually scored in that game against Malta. As for the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, they've made 3 changes from their last outing when they beat Malta by 4-0. The number 9, Ceric, gets a recall after some months now in the wilderness. Sakari, who came on and scored 2 goals as a substitute, gets his place in the starting lineup. And Stanovski comes in to strengthen the back. So that's the scene here on a very cool night in Zagreb. And for the Croatian supporters, of course, so much pride in their team after finishing 3rd in the World Cup finals. And for these football-mad fans here in Zagreb, things really looking up at the moment. Croatia, Zagreb, of course, also doing well. 12 degrees Celsius. Forecast is for the weather to stay clear and the field here in very, very good condition. Double check there on the Macedonia lineup. The new republics that's come out of the split up of the old Yugoslavia, and of course Croatia came from that split up as well. So our Russian referee gets us underway, and Croatia tonight in their blue, attacking the goal to our left in the first half. Macedonia are in all white.
Well, obviously the key man is Davor Suker, the man who won the Golden Boot at the World Cup. Amazingly having a tough time finding a spot on Real Madrid, but he does very well with the international side.
There he was there, being dispossessed. He's had injury problems this season. He seems to save his best form, though, when he puts on a national shirt. Pushed in the back that time on Stanovic. Yugoslav Ivanovic, the coach of Croatia, 63 years old, and what a great job he's done, and his side there nearly taking the lead. That ball played early, and Macedonia rather fortunate to get that one clear, but now they can surge forward. The ball played through the rather static back line that time as the ball comes across. Ceric at the far post. Oh, a sensational start. And Macedonia have taken the lead. Sasha Ceric, who's been recalled to the squad, makes a dream return.
Well, he's going to get the opportunity here because the ball is played long onto the byline. Flips it back across into the middle. On the opposite end of the field, there was a great opportunity missed. Look at Ceric here. He just breaks in, gets up over 2 defenders. Stimac is there. He can't stop him. Little bit slow reaction, and the keeper pulled himself out of position. He should have been in position to take that ball as it comes across. The defenders are very slow to close them down. Stimac coming in at the back, and that should never have gone in.
Well, Ceric, that's his first goal for Macedonia since he scored back on the 11th of September in 1996 when they beat Liechtenstein 11-1.
Well, a beautiful ball dropped across. I mean, the placement on it was pretty. There's no question about it. It was well centred, but the defenders didn't do very well.
So Croatia, who found themselves going a goal behind against Malta, now find themselves a goal behind here. They're the travelling Macedonian supporters. And Suka. That's gone off the defender. Came off of Sedlovski, who plays his football in England in the Premier League with Sheffield Wednesday. First corner of the game. Stanovic, used to play in the Premier League at Derby County, now playing Panathinaikos in Greece. Macedonia get that one clear. Wieski, a long clearance, but only as far as Robert Yanni, who had stayed back that time. Usually comes forward for corners.
Well, it was a dream start from Macedonia. You couldn't write a script any better for them on the road than to get a goal 2 minutes in.
They've got some defending to do, and it's away that time by Sedlovsky. And the ball just slipped through, and the shot. Well, Davor Suker there reacting very, very quickly. And some anxious moments there for the Macedonian coach.
Well, you're going to see the ball dripped across into the middle, pushed nicely through, and the Suker runs onto the end of it, and he just flashes it wide. Soldo played it through to him. Nice little diagonal ball inside of the box, and just Suker just missed that post.
It's going to be a throw on the far side then for Croatia. Robert Yanni. And handle in there of Asanovic, which leads to a free kick. Boban comes across. Just told by the Russian officials to make sure this shirt is tucked into the shorts. Robert Yanni. He's making a run. Yanni unable to pick him up, but now it comes down to Asanovic. That's a brilliant save there by Milisevski, the goalkeeper, and he's still under pressure and relieved to see that shot go over. Well, Asanovic was the player who was denied, Tommy.
Well, the ball broke back to him in good shape, and when he ripped the shot in, it was a beautiful save by the keeper, and Maric ends up with the ball coming back out. Here's the shot from Asanovic, knocked out on the outside. It's going to come back across into the middle. Maric is going to be there. He gets an opportunity, and he just drives it over the top. He almost caught the net as well. Good attack by Croatia.
Zalewski, goalkeeper there, being rushed in that clearance. Now Boban. Yanni. Got some help. Yanni gets it back. And the ball played in. Plenty of white shirts there at this stage. This is Soldo. Oh, Boban. Croatia there, just trying to ball back across the penalty area where there was plenty of players.
Oh, Sedlovsky has done a great job of cutting out the ball. He reads it so well. Number 4, he stepped into it several times. Sedlovsky, who would be well known in these parts, he used to play here in Croatia with Hajduk Split. He went to Sheffield Wednesday for just over $2 million back in December of 1997. Pushed wide that time by Soldo. Soldo again. And now Suker trying to get behind the defence and trying that shot. It was an impossible angle. And he must have eventually taken a touch from the defender. So it's another corner for Croatia. Asanovic will go across to take it from the right-hand side. Going to curl this one in with his left foot. Croatia have got 7 players in the penalty areas. This one comes across. The flick header. And it wouldn't fall to a blue shirt. The player who was forward there was Mario Stanic. Didn't quite come through to him. Suker. He's hungry for another goal tonight. He scored against Malta, and that time from a long way out, a speculative effort, but well, very good effort. That's what he makes his living at, scoring goals. He takes it down on one knee and he just hammers it in on the other leg. I mean, he took it down with the left knee and just nice right-footed shot. He just dropped it over the top. He's shooting at everything. As soon as the ball drops beside him tonight, he's shooting.
Back there to the keeper, and Macedonia can build up from deep. Macedonia, like Croatia, on their day, a match for any team in the world. They've got some very skillful players, very technical players. Stadievski. Zmichevski playing it back in. Now he gets the ball back. Drives it across. I'm not quite sure who to. Macedonia have kept possession and kept the ball in play. Lazarevski. Played square rather neatly. Zmichevski. Looking to play it inside and get a return there from Juric, but Juric couldn't pick up the pass in the first place. Now Suka. It's a good ball down the centre forward channel. Three-man centre of the Macedonian defence, covering each other well at the moment, and really frustrating Croatia. They're just not leaving any gaps there, are they?
Well, Stanovic looked like he was going to walk in, and all of a sudden there were 5 players around him. That's the man there. Boban will be the man to create the gaps. He should be the playmaker for Croatia. Very, very strong, very good technically.
They need his captain's inspiration now, going behind after just 2 minutes to the opening goal. In the centre of that Macedonian defence, standing firm. Nikolovsky that time was the player with the intercept. That's unusual, Tommy, but the Macedonian player has been caught for a foul throw.
Oh, we see a lot of them, but very few of them are called. Maybe we're going to see a change in that attitude tonight.
Stanovic plays it back to Boban. They're running into trouble. The Croatian supporters just trying to drum up their team for a little bit more effort.
Oh, they know how important Suka is. He's just gone over 40 caps and he's approaching that in goals. Very close to a goal a game, which is incredible strike rate when you look at international football, the way you're marked out of the game nowadays.
This is his 45th international. He scored 37 goals in the previous 44. It really is an unbelievable conversion rate for a striker in any competition, let alone international. Now Tudor. Is it wide? Yanni. Yanni there trying the dive, not impressing the referee. There's only one player forward though for Macedonia when they clear the ball up. The UEFA Champions League continues here on ESPN. On match day 3, the big match from the Olympic Stadium in Munich. It's Bayern Munich against Barcelona. You can catch that one live on Wednesday. Check your local listings for times. It's the Champions League, match day 3. What a game that promises to be.
Well, as far as Bayern and Munich are concerned, Mike, it better be a good one, because otherwise they might have a long season.
Now Boban. Just played back. Suka seems very keen tonight. He's making a lot of runs. And he picks up the ball then a neat back heel. Stanic now. Croatia will settle for a corner. Cross goes Asanovic.
Oh, it's amazing that these 3 teams ended up in the same group, Mike. Yugoslavia, Croatia and Macedonia. They all came from the breakup of Yugoslavia.
A variation on the corner. It's cut back.
There's a good chance with the referee, but he didn't take it.
Yes, there was a dummy sold. As this ball is pushed through and the flag goes up. Croatia living dangerously with that offside trap. They employed it to great advantage in France in the World Cup finals. Always dangerous playing it that close to the halfway line, Tommy.
Yeah, it certainly is, and you have to be very disciplined if you're going to play it like that, because you got to remember that if you're coming out of your own end of the field, you can't be offside, and if it's only 4 or 5 yards away, you really got to get it right.
And this is Tudor.
And discipline is something that Croatia are showing lacking of in the Euro 2000. In that game against Ireland, they ended up with 2 men being sent off.
Yes, Jurcic and Stanic were the players sent off in that game, hence their suspension and missing the game against Malta.
Oh, they just got so frustrated when Ireland scored the goals, Mike. They just kind of threw in the towel and started to play the body.
Jurcic is on the bench tonight, and Stanic, of course, in the starting lineup. Suka. Milovsky there, just sticking very, very close to him. Suka trying to make that yard of space and still managed just to get the cross in. Macedonia. Since they've taken the lead, they've been pretty much on the defensive since then. This is the match.
Well, they really caught Croatia off guard, Mike, with that goal. I mean, the ball just switched from one end of the field to the other. Tudor crossed the ball into Suka, and he wasn't able to find the touch on it, and all of a sudden it was in the net on the opposite end.
Yeah, Asanovic. There's Suka, and there's the equaliser. Well, Davor Suka that time pulled away from his marker and just stood there and waited for the cross to be delivered. And Davor Suka, another international goal.
Oh, that's number 37 as it switched across here. Look at him. Nobody near him. I mean, there's not one within about 10 yards of him. Asanovic pushes it across to him. Look at this. Look at how wide open he is. And then it's headed in. I would probably be inclined to give that as an own goal, but let's see what happens here. Watch the defender knock it in with his head. And Suka may get credit for it, but Straveski got a touch onto his head as it comes across, and he certainly beat the keeper with it. Asanovic with a beautiful cross, stopped it from going over the byline. Suka's in the perfect spot. Macedonia is unfortunate.
Well, I think Davor Suka will claim that as his 38th international goal. It's 1-1 here. So 2 goals in the opening 16 minutes.
I'm not sure he's entitled to it, are you? I mean, I think the goalkeeper had it covered if the defender doesn't touch it. The scoreboard here at the Makedonija Stadium, certainly giving it to Suka. To find out afterwards what the referee's decision is, but I think you'll find it very hard to take it off of Suka. No goal scoring likes giving up goals. Now here's Boban. Here's Suka. Goes for the return as it was lifted through there by Asanovic. It wasn't Suka that made the run there, it was Maric. Oh, Maric was doing a bit of pushing off. He was being held by the defender. Headed there by Soldo. Macedonia. Telegraph that, and a good interception by Robert Jarni. Jarni then playing that one through for Maric. Turn for Maric as he plays it to the far post. Suka was waiting. Ball didn't reach him. Well, a great understanding between the Croatian players. They know exactly where everybody's going to be. Jarni, who many people feel is one of the best left defenders in the world, coming through that time, and you could see when Maric got the ball, he was looking right away for Suka. He knew where Suka had taken up position. Yes, they're closely marking Suka, but he seems to be able to lose his marker. He pulls away. That's how the equalising goal came, and again there he pulled away. If they could have picked him out, he then got some space in which to bring the ball under control and pick his spot.
kept in play on the far side by Sakari. It's Croatia who come forward. Igor Stimac. One thing we've noticed with Croatia, Tom, and we saw it during the World Cup, it doesn't matter if they go behind or what, they just keep playing their same way, the same pace. They never seem to get rattled.
Oh, they're full of confidence, Mike, and all those games together in the World Cup, those high-pressure games, it bonds the team together, and you can see that Croatia are very happy playing with one another, and there's a great understanding. They just seem to play off one another so well.
Well, there has it, in fact, all around the stadium before the game started, that Drazen Ladic, the goalkeeper, is set to announce his retirement from international football at the end of this game. This is his 51st appearance for Croatia. Made his debut back in 1990. No confirmation of that. The officials did not say anything. That's the rumour that's going around the stadium. Arsenovic. Back that time by in fact it was the Macedonian player who was penalised. Croatia taking the free kick quickly, getting the ball in the box, away that time by Sadlovski.
Well, this time Suker had taken up a spot on the left-hand side and he was all alone again. They're just not paying close enough attention to him in there, Mike.
Michevsky. The Croatian defence dealing with that one quite easily. Boban. Now Maric. He loses out. Michevsky. This football now in Germany. As that one is just lifted over the last line of defence, but Ladic quickly off his line. Silvio Maric. Way of getting forward that time. Croatia, of course, still missing a couple of key players in Alan Boksic and Slaven Bilic, both out through injury. Rojanetsky also injured at the moment, although he said he doesn't want to play for the national team, while Vlasovic is the coach. I think they come third in the World Cup finals, and they did it without Alan Boksic, who... can you imagine him on form alongside Davor Suker? What a strike pair that would be, Tommy. Well,
it's certainly a lethal strike force, isn't it? I mean, what one will miss, the other one will certainly gather up. And if you get the right supply of the ball from Boban and Jarny and players like that, it could be a killer team. I think the Republic of Ireland caught them at the right time because they had a couple of players sitting out on yellow cards from World Cup, and they were coming back after that high of playing in the World Cup. And it just worked out well for the Republic of Ireland, which could be a very important victory as things go, Mike.
Yes, Croatia, always a very, very hard side to beat. For Ireland to have beaten them first time up. Croatia, of course, the favourites from this group because of their exploits in France in the World Cup finals. As the ball is played through and the flag has stayed down. Now it comes across, a flying header, and Ladic there was in the right spot. The header coming in there from Tranevski.
Oh, beautiful setup. I mean, very unselfish play by Macedonia. Tranevski takes up a position. Look at the ball coming across to him, picked out perfectly, and Ladic makes a good save. He'd come off his line, he'd cut down the angle, he'd give him very little of the net to shoot at. That's a good play by the keeper. They're going to miss him if he retires.
Yes, Tranevski, who plays his football in Mexico, made a very good run from midfield. And at the other end now, it is Milisevski, the goalkeeper at the other end, called into action. Out bravely. Tranevski there just trying to juggle the ball, but there were just too many markers around him. goes Davor Suker. He's got round the keeper and denied by the woodwork. He might get another chance. Well,
oh, great strike from Suker. Maric coming across on the far side. You're going to see him look up, slips it inside. Maric runs onto it and then he just knocks it off the side of the upright. Almost put it into the net. Would have been a brilliant goal. He ran into space, took on the keeper. The shot comes away.
Well, it was Maric, and Suker there made the run initially and took two defenders with him, and that allowed the space for Maric. Those two are really building up a good understanding up front, Tommy.
Well, they seem to crisscross very well, and they're causing a lot of confusion.
Croatia at the moment very, very hungry indeed for the ball. Good example of it then. Zalahevsky loses out. Referee waves play on. Now Boban. This time the free kick goes against Asanovic.
Oh, Asanovic, a very gritty player. Not afraid to throw his body in there, and he'll knock people around too.
As we come up to the 25-minute mark in this first half. Croatia 1. Former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia 1. Macedonia making a great start with a goal after 2 minutes from Ceric. Croatia tying it all up in the 16th minute with Davor Suker in his 38th international goal. Alongside Tommy Smith, I'm Mike Hill. This game from European Group 8. But also includes the Republic of Ireland, Malta and Yugoslavia. Some of the fans who have come across from Macedonia give their team some support. Asanovic now takes this corner for Croatia. Bit low and easily cleared. Now Sakari plays his football in Sweden. This Macedonian side is really scattered around the world. A player playing in Mexico. Sakari there playing in Sweden.
Well, there are not too many European players who ply their trade in Mexico.
We're going to get a yellow card. And Lazarevsky goes in the referee's notebook.
Lazarevsky, he finds coming up the field Stanic, and Stanic is taken out of it.
That's the first yellow card of the game. Lazarevsky there, just missed time in his challenge.
Oh, it's been played in a very sporting manner, the game, swinging from one end of the field to the other. There's no malice involved here at all. Sometimes these kind of regional derbies can develop into a very hatred match, but there's no sign of it here.
Dutch football this week on ESPN. Ajax, the defending champions, take on FC20 from Enschede. Ajax, who lost last time out to Sparta Rotterdam, looking to get back onto winning ways. They take on high-flying FC20. You'll be able to see that game here on ESPN. Check your local listings 4 times. Now, ball lifted in there, that time by Asanovic. Yanni comes forward to take the throw. Asanovic again involved. And in fact, the free kick has gone to Croatia. Seemed from our angle that Asanovic was backing into the defender, but the referee saw it differently. Now Boban is the player over the ball. Milošević there just trying to ensure that he's got a good view of this. Boban, who plays his football at AC Milan, faced there by a 2-man wall. Curling this one in. Goalkeeper Kane got nowhere near it. Macedonia able to get the ball clear.
Well, it's amazing. Boban doesn't score as many goals now, Mike, as his career looked like it was going to. You go back to the 87 under-21 championship in Chile. He led Yugoslavia to that, and he was the leading goal scorer, but he just doesn't knock them in anymore.
He doesn't score enough goals internationally, and certainly his club feel the same way, AC Milan. But then when he does score, Tommy, they're usually spectacular efforts. You do remember them.
Yeah, well, I remember one in particular against Paris Saint-Germain with the 90th minute ticking on the clock, and it resulted in a win for AC Milan in the first round of the quarter-finals of the Champions League, and AC Milan went on to win it. It was a very, very important goal on the road. So you're right about remembering. I remember at least one anyhow.
Now Michevsky. We made a mention earlier that Croatia, when they attacked, had 7 players in the box. They had 7 back that time in their own penalty area defending that attack. Now Maric. He's got a different role in this game than the one he had against Malta. He seems to be enjoying it more. He's got a license to get forward as we see this one chipped. Nobody could get on the end of it. Who'd come forward there is Mario Stanic, who plays his football at Parma.
Well, he kind of trying to scoop it in, put his foot under it. He realised the keeper's off the line. Watch what he tries to do with it here. Pushes across into the middle, and then it takes a bit of a deflection. Yarni really loves to attack, doesn't he? On that left-hand side, that might be a problem for them between Tudor and Yarni, both of them coming forward, Mike. I mean, most modern-day teams, all right, bring one forward, but they're bringing the 2 of them forward at the same time, which is very, very surprising. Tudor and Yarni.
Sanovsky taking the free kick. Condition, but it is cutting up, and looks, Tommy, as if it's been re-sodded during the off-season, and it might not have quite gelled together yet.
Oh, it's a little bit soft. There's been a lot of rain around Europe.
Shot wasn't too far wide, and Ladic there just coming across his goal to police it out of play. It was Stanovsky who has scored a couple of international goals trying the shot.
Well, you can see there's a little bit of water too in front of the goal area, Mike. Not so much water, but just a very wet area. So there may be a few parts of the field where the water hasn't drained off properly as well.
Now Suka down the centre forward channel. Macedonia, those strong there. 3 players back. Now Yanni. Now this is Stimac. That time by Maric. Good player game from Croatia. And the dive inside the penalty area as they go looking for a penalty, but the referee from Russia not too interested, and not really surprisingly, Tommy.
Well, I think he was just running out of legs. He couldn't get any further himself. It was a case of him going down. He may have got the gentlest little touch, but all he needed was a helping hand to fall.
Macedonia, who got off to a dream start, but since then they found it very hard to threaten the Croatian goal. Now Nikolovsky. Stanovsky playing it forward, the challenge from behind coming in from Igor Stimac. And Stimac.
Oh, yellow card for Stimac. He might have got away with it if he hadn't to get into a discussion with the referee. But as soon as he started to talk to the referee, it was curtains at that stage. He tackles 2 of them, that's why. He takes the first one down, and then he takes down Sanovsky coming through as well. So he got double the money for there's the first one down. Let me go for a second one. He gets a second one. So he gets 2 for the price of 1 there, Mike.
It's Igor Stimac. So he used to play here in stadium on a regular basis when Hajduk split with the visitors. Great rivalry between Hajduk and Croatia Zagreb, Dinamo Zagreb as they were formerly called. Two teams who seem to dominate play the old Yugoslav league. As did Vardar Skopje from Macedonia. Surprising though that this split up of the former Yugoslavia has produced so many very good teams. Yugoslavia used to a reputation for developing outstanding players from this region. At least now more of them have got a chance of playing on the international stage. Perry trying to get that one across, and it just drifts out of play. Live on Monday, it's NFL action here on ESPN when the New York Jets take on New England. You can see that one live. Check your local listings 4 times. Great rivalry between the Jets and New England. You can see all the action here live on ESPN. Check your local listings 4 times. Yanni. Suka. Great control. Just couldn't quite get away from his marker, but he's got a corner and he'll settle for that.
You know, you watch him running, you watch the way he moves around the field. You'd never suspect that he was as good a goal scorer as he is. He just looks like a journeyman out there, but he's got sheer brilliance.
Shot coming in from Boban. That's off target. And some of the travelling supporters for Macedonia. As Boban had that opportunity, and he's been known to score from that range, but that time he was way off target. Captain of Croatia. Now Macedonia lifting this one forward, and Ladic there had to quickly come off his line.
Oh, the flag was up, it wouldn't have counted. There would have been a bit of controversy if that one had gone in, Mike.
Stanovski again is the player who gets forward.
Let's see if he's offside. Well, I think he might have been. About a half a step, and he doesn't make too much of an attempt to play the ball. The keeper plays it. He's done a good job of drifting in through there and getting behind that defence.
Yeah, both sides working very hard when they haven't got the ball. There's a lot of good covering going on. Players tracking back just to fill up gaps. Boban trying the shot. Blocked again. Tranevski.
Well, I think we've seen it with Croatia for a long time, Mike. They're a much better second-half team than they are a first-half team. And if that's the case today, well, then Macedonia better get a tally before the half-time comes.
They got off to a dream start, but Croatia have fought their way back. See there, just over 37 minutes gone in this first half. And it's all tied up at 1 apiece. Now Robert Yanni. It's not forward quite as much as we perhaps might have expected, Tommy, in this first half.
Well, you know, when they're all going forward, somebody has to come back. And Yarni, for the first 10, 15 minutes, he spent it practically in a Macedonia half. But now he's been a little bit more cautious.
Macedonia's last European qualifier. They're only one so far. That was played in September when they beat Malta 4-0. They've only been involved in one other game. That was a friendly. And they drew 2-2 with Egypt. They used basically home-based players game as Croatia try the shot and tipped away there by Milicevic, the goalkeeper.
Oh, Soldo coming through and nobody picked him up. He was left with that yard of space. Looks up, Says, well, why not have a go myself? There's nobody around here. It bounces in front of the keeper. Just keeps it out of the net. A good save.
Davor Suker is going across to take the corner. To the near post. Now he's got another opportunity. Just lifts it in the air. The goalkeeper there under pressure does very well. Stanic was the player who went up with him. And Milasevski, the goalkeeper, came down with the ball. Good safe handling. But Davor Suker, he looks so hungry. I mean, he's missed so much of the season at Real Madrid because of injury. And he just seems so keen to get back. I mean, he rushed over there, took the corner. He's trying to do everything at the moment, Tommy.
Yeah, he's trying to be in all places at all times, and sometimes that can wear you out a little bit too.
Hardievsky, way forward. And referee having another word with Stanovic. I think he's living a bit dangerously, Tommy. Referee spoke to him about 2 or 3 times now.
Well, he always kind of lives on the edge, doesn't he? Even when he's in the Premiership, he's always involved in something and sticking a boot in here and an elbow there.
One of the Macedonian players has gone down after that rather heavy challenge. Sanovsky, the player who got caught. Let's see if we can see what happened here.
Well, he just tries to run in around somebody, and Boban stood him up. I think they may have flicked knees too.
You know, the Macedonian supporters.
With that red and that ham clap there for a while, I thought it was Flamengo. It was very reminiscent of the Flamengo supporters. I think the crane is done up in the Macedonia colours, see it?
Yes, it is. This stadium, the Maximir Stadium, the national stadium here in Croatia, being remodernised, rebuilt. This is the home ground also of Croatia, Zagreb. You can certainly do with more capacity here. Hence a new stand being built behind the goal to our left. As Boban just puts the ball out of play, so that Macedonia can regain possession. Sanovsky is okay to carry on now. Tranevsky. Another free kick for Macedonia. Goes against Robert Jarni.
Oh, Jarni just getting a hand in and then getting a foot in. I'm not sure he intended him to go down, but Tranevsky was the man he got around on. Oh, that was a neat little flick back to the keeper.
Mladic, 35 years old now. Stay with us. Coming up at half-time, we'll have a look at some of the other results from Wednesday's Euro 2000 qualifiers. We'll also have a look back at the first half highlights. Hasanovic now. Soldo. Boban couldn't bring it under control. Macedonia to try to spring it wide, but Croatia so well organised. Macedonia trying to bring out the defence, trying to get to the halfway line. Croatia are all back, they're all set.
Plus they're super fit. I mean, they are super fast. I'm just watching them covering the space up and down the field. You can tell, Mike, that they've had a long, hard campaign, but it's worked out well for them.
Jarni with the cross. Quite full there for Davor Suker.
Oh, he tried to take it down on that left foot. He was trying to set it up.
Now Jarni. This is Maric. Didn't quite work for Croatia, although 1-2 was tried there. Boban might have been held, but we didn't see it that way. Igor Tudor, only 20 years old. Joined Juventus this season from Hajduk Split.
The way Juventus are going, Mike, he better start playing well for them because they need help at the back. Well, under a card here.
Well, Asanovic is living dangerously, isn't he? He's been spoken to by the referee on about 3 occasions.
Well, I'm not sure he could do a whole lot about that when he had his foot up to play the ball and the Macedonia player runs kind of under his foot. He does get a yellow card, but I'm not sure about that. I know he's been living dangerous and he probably deserves it just for persistency, but there were other times he deserved it besides that. I mean, he was off balance and the Macedonia player ran into him.
So Asanovic goes in the referee's notebook.
Well, the referee was probably fed up warning him. He said, I'll put him in the book anyhow.
So free kick then for Macedonia. Well, we're going to get 2 minutes of stoppage time. Through there for Ladic. Croatia. Tudor plays it forward. Now Asanovic. Asanovic getting that one across. Macedonia get it clear. It was Stanic who really couldn't bring it under control. That's the match. The player they were talking about before the game, Ladic. Be interesting to see what he says after the game, but the rumour has it that this is going to be his final international. He's going to retire. He's 35 years old. He's playing in his 51st international. So it really wouldn't surprise if he decided to make way for a younger player. Asanovic. Asanovic again using the elbow and the referee again talking to him as Yanni plays this one in. Boban! Oh yes! What was you saying, Tommy? He needed to score more goals?
Well, he's getting on the score sheet tonight. We don't often find him that deep when the ball has been played in. He's generally the man who's playing it in, and Yarni plays it across to him. And look where Boban is. The ball comes off with the defender. He reacts to it quickly, and there's the bulge in the corner of the Olongian bag. Brilliant strike by Boban. I mean, he really takes it well. He's fortunate here. It takes a bounce to him. He stretches for it, and he gets the boot onto it. Yarni trying to put the pressure on the defenders. Just a little bit of a flick back. Sadlowski is the man who flicks it back, and Boban just stretches out. Watch the way he sticks the foot out. I'm not even sure he's looking at the goal when he hit it, Mike.
So Zvonimir Boban, that's his 11th international goal. It comes in stoppage time at the end of this first half, and it puts Croatia now into the lead by 2-1, remembering that they were a goal behind after just 2 minutes. So it's been a good fight back from the side who finished third in the World Cup finals in France, and showing all their quality against a more than useful Macedonian side as the 2 minutes has passed into stoppage time.
Well, here's the little bit of a flick on by the header, but look at how quick Boban stretches to it. Great concentration, and he got a boot on it.
There is the half-time whistle. So Macedonia getting off to a flying start after 2 minutes, with Krčić with the opening goal, and Croatia hitting back with goals from Davor Suker and from their captain Zvonimir Boban. So at the end of an entertaining 45 minutes, a half-time, it's Croatia 2, the former Yugoslav Republic, Macedonia 1, and the coach there, Blažević, will be more than happy with his side, and certainly Davor Suker, an impressive goal-scoring record at international level. That was his 38th goal. 2-1 then at half-time. Welcome back then to the Maksimir Stadium here in Zagreb, where at half-time Croatia are leading the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia by 2-1. Well, for Macedonia, they'll be back in action on November the 18th when they travel to take on Malta And then also on that day, the rearranged game between Yugoslavia and Ireland. Still some doubt, though, Tommy, where that will be played.
Yeah, there's certainly talk about moving it to a neutral ground. They're talking about maybe moving it to Spain, because it was fixed for Belgrade.
Well, the rain has started to come down here in Zagreb, which is going to make conditions just a little bit awkward for the players. Although the pitch is pretty wet as it is. Now, there's been one change, and Gosev has come on for Macedonia at half-time. The player that's gone off is Bichevsky. That's a bit of a surprise, because he was having a very good first half. So that's the only change for Macedonia at half-time. As Croatia get this early free kick in the second half, which they've taken quickly. Stanic with the cross. Rather a loose back pass, but Stimac there did well to recover. It's going to be a free kick. Croatia in the blue, Macedonia in the all white. And Macedonia have this free kick. And it's pushed wide to that far side.
When you look out there and see the kind of football that Macedonia is playing, Mike, you know what Croatia is capable of playing. You know that Yugoslavia can play a bit. The Republic of Ireland are playing pretty well at the moment. This is going to be a pretty hard group to win.
Well, as we saw at half-time on some of those scores from the matches, I don't think there's any one of the groups that's easy, and certainly none of the groups at the moment going to form, as that shot hit on the turn. Sevsky, the goalkeeper, was well positioned to deny Boban his second goal.
Oh, Boban was trying a little party piece there. Flicked the ball up with his toe, and then he hit it out of the air.
I think the thing that these Euro 2000 qualifiers, Tommy, is the number of favourites that are finding it a lot harder than people expected. And Croatia might find themselves in trouble here as well. It was a good run forward by Lazarevski.
Well, he
might control it.
He just left the ball behind him at a key moment, Mike. Otherwise, he would have had a great chance to score.
Croatia bench. Miroslav Basovic. There is Lazarevski, who got forward that time, but just went without the ball. Or Suka there having some running repairs. And Lazarevski again. He's been encouraged in this second half to perhaps come forward a little bit. Played some very neat football, but they still find themselves trailing by 2-1. Asanovic. Suka. Back after receiving that the rub down of the calf muscle on the sideline.
Oh, when the feet is wet and soft like this, Mike, sometimes you're inclined to cramp a little bit.
They're looking for the free kick for the challenge from behind. The referee was well positioned and said no. Yanni there lost his man. Zamazevski. Now the shot coming in. Mladic took that one very well. In these conditions, that's not easy for goalkeepers, but he made it look very simple.
Oh, the ball was getting away from him. I mean, it was moving away all the time, because when it hit the wet grass, there was a lot of movement on it.
Cut out there by Stavrevski. Croatia. Rather loose there from Stanic, but Stanovic rescued the situation. Now Davor Suker. He's pulled out and he's left a channel there for other players to make a run through the centre forward channel, Tommy, because the defender is following him.
Yeah, and Tudor trying to come up and take advantage of it, but the ball just didn't fall properly for him.
Now Boban. Now Macedonia. In and the mistake there by Soldo just did enough to put the Macedonian player off. Arsanovic. Boban nearly reached the sprinting legs there of Davor Suker. He was off to the races. He could have got past the defender there because he timed his run to perfection.
And Boban almost threaded it through to him.
Clearing this one quite comfortably. Now Arsanovic. Good running this time by Maric.
Oh, the flag had gone up. Maric has done a great job out there of pulling some of the pressure off Suker.
And there of Croatia, who's a mad football fan. I'm sure he's enjoying this, with Croatia leading by 2-1. Now Maric again. He's perhaps rather ambitious, but the run in there from Stanic did enough to put the defender off and got him to concede a corner.
Oh, the man from Parma coming up there, and he just didn't have any angle on the ball at all, but the defender felt the pressure coming, Mike, and I don't think he should have given up the corner.
Stanovic to take the corner. Takes them all from the right-hand side. He can swing them in with his left foot. That time he hits it deep. Comes off the head there of Lazarevski. So another corner.
Oh, Maric trying to get position there, but Lazarevski did a nice job of taking it away from him.
So Robert Yanni this time. Trying the outswinger, he kept it low. Macedonia. There's a break at speed. Trenevsky, this is. Just being forced wide. Just running out of play. The Champions League. Inter Milan will have that on their mind, but before that, they've got to come up against Lazio in Italy's Serie A. Lazio, the big spenders. That's our live Sunday game. Check your listings 4 times, but that's Inter Milan against Lazio from the San Siro. And 2 big matches in the space of a week for Inter Milan. Big question mark, Tommy, will Ronaldo be back?
Well, they're hoping that he will, and that's a very important game. It should be a great game. I mean, Lazio are threatening to burst out. They're just starting to knit together and getting the chemistry going, Mike.
They won last time out, their first league win of the season, beating Cagliari 2-0. Now the referee.
Oh, Boban put his hand on the referee. That's a no-no. You can't do that.
I think he was threatening the card there, but I don't think he brought it out in the end.
Well, you're going to see a lot of pushing and shoving here and players going down, and the referee has blown the whistle and Boban gets himself involved. He's not afraid to get involved in the field. That's what made him a hero when he got involved in that riot and hit a couple of policemen, Mike. That legend will live on forever.
Yes, he gets more and more policemen every time you hear it.
Yep. He almost got the referee there. Could add that to the list of policemen.
Juric with the free kick. The shot coming in, it's deflected, and there's an equaliser. Stanovsky was the player who drove it in. Juric there with a deceptive free kick. He just laid it to one side. Sanovsky hit it. It's his third international goal, and the goalkeeper was wrong-footed because it took a deflection on the way through the wall, Tommy.
Oh, he had no chance. Watch it as it comes through. Very difficult to see who deflected it there, but the keeper was left with no chance. Get a chance to see it here. Still don't see it, but the deflection goes right through. I mean, that's a rocket of a shot. So well hit, and once they took the deflection, that was the end of the story.
Well, the goalkeeper there.
Now we get a chance to see it from this angle as he steps up to it, hits it hard. I think he just curled.
Yes, he put a lot of curve. He hit it with the outside of his boot. And Sanovsky, there he is.
That was a wicked curve. I mean, talk about Roberto Carlos's curve. I mean, that one was about 6 or 8 foot from it left his foot.
Sanovsky, 25 years old. He actually plays in Holland for NEC. And he hit that one so sweetly as...
well, there's an elbow being used there. Stanovic once again is involved, and he came across with the elbow, and he's living... I mean, is he getting away with it?
I think he is. He's been rather fortunate throughout this game. Not so that man, though, Ladic. Oh.
Watch the curl on this ball. Nobody touches it. It's going to come through. There's the wall breaking up. Well, there might have been... No, there's no touch on it. I mean, it just changed direction on its own. That is an incredible strike, Mike.
Yes, because the goalkeeper, for all intents and purposes, had that covered, and then all of a sudden it just curled away from him.
Yeah.
And Stanic. So it's all tied up. Croatia 2, the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia 2. I'm sure that Nick McCarthy, the Republic of Ireland manager, would be quite happy if this stayed at this scoreline, Tommy.
Oh, he'd love this scoreline. I mean, this would be the ideal scoreline for the Republic of Ireland.
Now Boban has got different ideas as he lifts this one over. Stanic. Well, Stanic there trying to be unselfish, not going for goal, trying to nod it back, and it wasn't a high percentage ball from him. Stimac over the halfway line. Comes Soldo. Ball played back and then just nicked wide. It was Boban who was trying to come through. Oh, Yanni there using his arm, and he's got away with it. Well, referee Nikolai Nikov has let a lot of things go. He's trying to keep the game moving. It's Davor Suka. Now Yanni. Sakari was the player who was just trying to close him down.
Oh, it's tough to get through that FYR Macedonia defence at the moment. They're well stacked. 4 and 3, 4 at the back and 3 immediately in front of them.
They look to break on that far side, and the challenge from behind and rather late on Stanic. He goes in the referee's notebook. Just back today from suspension. In fact, it's Igor Tudor.
Oh, the man from Juventus coming up, and he just sticks the boot in and pulls the player down.
Well, Tudor will be out next game now after he picked up a yellow card in the game against Ireland. And it was a bad challenge because it's seen the player being replaced. Lazarevski is the player that's come off.
Oh, that was the situation presented. Stanic trying to knock it across.
Bozinov is the player that has come on. Plays his football in the second division in Germany.
Surprised he didn't start tonight. He scored 2 of the goals against Malta.
Yes, perhaps the coach felt that Croatia might be a bit harder opposition than Malta. I think he was perhaps a bit conservative. They are the away team.
Oh, this would be a very valuable point if they could get it.
Milchanevsky there trying to get it across, but Croatia defenders standing firm. These players impressed me, Tommy. The number 8, Silvio Maric.
Oh,
given a more forward role tonight, and he seems to be reveling in it.
Yeah, and he provides width. I mean, he can go on the right, he can go on the left, and every time that the defenders pull off Zucker, he's taking advantage of all those open spaces, Mike.
And it's going to be a corner, as we're going to get
another sub.
Well, we were going to, but they're going to wait until after the corner. Boban is the player to take this, the captain of Croatia. An outswing, a hit deep. The header coming in, and no worries there for Milosevski. Milosevski, 24 years old. It's only his 8th international appearance tonight. He plays for Trabzonspor in Turkey. Goalkeeper who used to play in Yugoslavia with Vojvodina. Croatia. The referee allowing play to continue.
Now he's going to go back and give the card, it looks like.
I'm surprised if he gives a card, Tommy, because he didn't even give a free kick for a foul. He's actually just telling the Macedonian player to get up.
Oh, let's see if he gets it right. Oh, I think he gets stood on coming forward. Soldo catches him just on the toe. That's one of those tackles that the referees never seem to see for some reason.
We're going to have another substitution. And the player that's coming on is Daniel Saric.
Asanovic has gone off. That surprises me.
He took him off perhaps before he got sent off, Tommy.
Yeah, he's been involved in a lot of borderline tackles tonight.
And he's now been booked as well, so... they've just got 2 players back from suspension. They really can't afford to have another one out. Tudor is already out of their next game, which for Croatia will be the game against Yugoslavia at the end of March. The game scheduled to be played in Belgrade. There with the rather dramatic dive, and it convinces the referee to give a free kick.
Oh, Saric's going to take the throw in, Mike. He's having quite a season. He's going to take the free kick now. Croatia Zagreb, he's doing very well with them.
There's the header. Milosevski was well positioned.
Well, you could just see a little bit of relief on his face when he pulled that one down.
Yanni. Player we haven't seen from Croatia tonight, and that's Davor Vulugonic. We saw come on and score twice against Malta. He's now got 2 goals in 2 international appearances, both as a substitute. Must be rather disheartening, Tommy. You score 2 as a sub and you still can't get a game.
Yeah, and they could use a goal at the moment, couldn't they? It'd come in very handy if he could pull one more out of the bag of tricks. If you don't get on, you can't get the chance, and you just wonder what way coaches think. Sometimes you wonder what you have to do to impress a coach.
Now Ladic organises defenders. The player that's gone across is Zahari Ivski. Didn't get the height on that he wanted. Now it's driven hard and low across the box, but the defenders were there to clear it out. Now Maric. He's everywhere, isn't he?
Well, he covers a lot of space, and he's not afraid to run at defenders. He's not afraid to carry the ball with him. And he creates a good bit of space for other players, because now they have to mark him. The way he's been playing, Mike, you have to send somebody after him.
Lifted forward, and Macedonia were caught offside.
Boban is really going on a tear out there tonight.
He's trying to lead by example, and here goes Stanic. Another shot coming in, and in the end, way off target from Maric. He's only scored once at full international level.
Oh, just when you say nice things about him, he goes and he takes a shot like that, not even close. Suker was inside in a good position. I mean, it's a nice compliment to Croatian. Suker's won a Champions League match, or league medal with Real Madrid. Boban's won one with AC Milan. Just goes to show you the placement of the players around Europe.
Well, the Balkan states have always been great exporters of football talent. It really is no surprise that teams that have come out as independent states have given good accounts of themselves. Croatia, of course, did qualify for Euro 96, where they made the quarter-finals. They won better in the World Cup, through to the semi-finals. Croatia over the years have supplied so many players to the old Yugoslav side. Macedonia at times have come up with some excellent players. Churic.
Oh, Brzezinski is one that comes to mind right away, isn't it? I mean, he's just such a good player.
He's on the outer at the moment with Lasovic. And he said he doesn't want to play for Croatia while he is coaching. So he's just taking Croatia to third spot in the World Cup. There's not too much chance of him getting the sack, I wouldn't think. There's his opposite number tonight, Goko Hadzevski. He's really no name as a player, but as a coach he's done very well. He won 3 titles with Vardar Skopje, and also had a spell as coach at Vojvodina and at CSKA Sofia in Bulgaria.
I'm not sure what that yellow card is for. The referee's saying it's because he used his elbow. But it looked like he was getting hit in the face as well at the same time. I mean, if you're going to give a yellow card to one, you got to give it to the two. And that's a very harsh decision. Let's take a look at it here. Boban is involved, pushes off with his hand. A little bit of a pull on the jersey. Give him a yellow card for pulling the jersey like that.
Yes, Arevski is the player that's got in the referee's notebook. And it's Croatia now. Got plenty of players forward. This is Tuda. The goalkeeper did well. His eye on the ball. Some referees do give out yellow cards rather unnecessarily, and of course they do add up because players are going to miss that's further down the line some key matches. Tudor is out of the next game. It should be against Yugoslavia for Croatia.
But I mean, there were some heavy challenges in this game, Mike, and they didn't get a yellow card. And just because he catches hold of the jersey, pulls it out a little bit, a yellow card is given. I just think it's just so inconsistent. You know, is that not worth a yellow card?
Stanovski, who is penalised.
Watch what he does here. He's just going to dig into him, and I mean, you're taking good players out of it. You're making sure that they don't score, and isn't that what they're supposedly doing? Trying to encourage a little bit of protection for the players who are coming on the attack.
Well, it's going to be Boban to take the free kick. Kulusevski there is just trying to line up the wall. Boban has scored once. And he's going to argue that the wall isn't back the required 10 paces. So Boban. Oh, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant from Boban. The goalkeeper did not move. He just stood and watched it hit the underside of the crossbar and go in.
Ah, the home fans love it. I said in the first half that Boban doesn't score enough of goals. He certainly make his presence felt tonight with goals. Look at this one from the free kick. Right underneath the crossbar. I mean, there is no answer to something like that. Even the president says, that's really impressive. Just step up to it, pick a spot, boom. The keeper, I mean, the keeper just stuck to the ground. He's watching in amazement. Doesn't get any better, does it?
Brilliant strike from Zvonimir Boban, his 12th goal in international play for Croatia. And the goalkeeper there, Lewandowski, could only stand and watch.
Oh, we've seen so many players around the world now, Mike, who are capable of striking like that. I mean, it used to be that it was a very specialised art, but there's a lot of players can do it nowadays.
So we're inside the final 20 minutes. And Macedonia now with it all to do again. Oh, there's the scenes of celebration for Boban.
He was nearly injured by his own player in the celebration.
It was a brilliant work free kick. I mean, the wall was well positioned. There was plenty of players in it. I mean, he just got the ball over the wall. It just dipped, hit the underside of the crossbar. There's not much a goalkeeper or a defender can do about that, Tommy.
Yeah, just look at it and say, well done. I mean, there is nothing else. There's no way you can ever stop something like that. I mean, we've seen Marcelino Carioca do it. We've seen Roberto Carlos do it. Now it's starting to become, we see Del Piero do it. There's a few players in Europe that can do it well now. It's starting to become something that we wonder why more players don't do it.
Now Stimac, best of balls out of defence, and the Croatian central defender. Here come Macedonia. Stanovski just couldn't get away from his marker that time. And this is where Croatia are so good in this situation. They're so comfortable on the ball, just pushing the ball around, play the time off the clock, and keep possession, and do it while they're going forward. So if they do make a mistake, they're well away from their own goal, Tommy.
Well, I think the point you made earlier is well taken. I mean, they don't panic when they're behind. They're still very comfortable to get in front. It's very hard to take them out of their game. They play their own game no matter how it's going.
Saric playing that one across, and Maric had a great opportunity for his second international goal, but hit it straight at the goalkeeper.
Well, Maric about deserves one the way he's played tonight. This time he hits it on the volley. Good save by the keeper.
Now Croatia starting to enjoy this. Boban with the shot, but the whistle had already gone. The coverage of the UEFA Champions League continues here on ESPN. On Thursday, from match day 3, you'll be able to see the game from the Olympic Stadium in Athens when Olympiacos take on Ajax, two teams in Group A who have yet to taste defeat in this competition. Like all the other matches on Wednesday, that one just such a crucial game for both teams. We're in that midsection now, Tommy, of the Champions League, and of course Croatia Zagreb also involved in the Champions League. But these next two match days, when teams play each other at home and away, they go a long way deciding who's going to go through in those groups.
Yeah, they certainly do. You can just, because to lose touch just a little bit, especially if you come up with two bad results. I mean, you have that game that you play now next week and then the following match day. If you happen to lose those two games, well, your fate is nearly decided at that stage. I mean, you just look around that Champions League and there's so many groups just, they're right on a knife edge, can go anyway.
I think that's one thing that Champions League is brought up this year, and Euro 2000 qualifying is doing the same. There is no outstanding team, whether it be club or international level, that's going to dominate these days. Everybody can beat everybody on a certain day. As Macedonia looking there to get an equaliser, but it's their substitute, Kozinov, who is adjudged to have been offside.
Oh, and that's very, very close. I mean,
well, it's there where the ball was played across that the flag went up. If you look at the replay, Tommy, the referee's assistant on the far side had his flag down when this player, Trenevsky, got the ball. The action at the other end, and the sliding challenge there from Nikolovsky. He seems to have done himself some damage. 3-2 then, the scoreline here at the Maximar Stadium in Zagreb. Alongside Tommy Smith, I'm Mike Hill. For Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia got off to a flying start with a goal after 2 minutes. Croatia hit back. Lead 2-1 at half-time. Macedonia tied it all up, and then a brilliant free kick from Boban in the 70th minute has given Croatia a 3-2 lead. And a yellow card. They're coming thick and fast now. That's Saric. Goes in the referee's notebook.
Well, you're going to see he comes across here in a little bit late with the tackle, and the studs are showing.
Saric. Used to play, had a spell, in fact, over in Spain with Sporting Gijon, before coming back to join Croatia Zagreb. A nice turn that time. Čerić. Still Čerić. Now, Boban did it from about this range with a spectacular goal. Now, can Macedonia do the same?
I think he's going to allow the substitute to happen now, is he?
Yes, the player that's going to come off is Nikolovsky, who got himself injured in that last challenge. And the player that's coming on is Milan Stojanovski. Only his 7th appearance. He actually plays for Partizan Belgrade. He's actually born in Yugoslavia. So he comes on. You can hear the reception he's getting from the Croatian supporters. So he comes on, and Macedonia unable to do too much with that free kick.
Well, it was a very feeble attempt at a good opportunity, you know, with approaching 10 minutes left in the game, Mike. You get those kind of free kicks, you've got to be fit to do something with them, especially when you're down a goal like they are.
Now Mladic. Well, if the scoreline stays like this and he decides to retire, he's going to go out on a winning note. He started on a winning note when Croatia beat the USA 2-1 back in October of 1990. And there's Kozinov. Faced there by Stimac. Igor Stimac, so hard to get past at the back. Imposing figure at the centre of that Croatian defence. Kozinov just got a kick there for his trouble, and to impress, but his team has got a free kick. Now Stanovsky, he just needed a touch, and Čerić there got away from his marker, and he couldn't get a firm touch on it, Tommy.
And Mladic was very, very alert to the danger inside. Croatia have made a couple of half errors, allowing FYR Macedonia to get in behind them, Mike, and they got to be very careful at this juncture of the game.
It's just over 10 minutes to go. And Croatia leading by 3-2.
I mean, what a valuable 3 points it would be if they could get it and put them back on top of the table.
Yes, Ireland playing Malta at the moment in Dublin. You can hear that Ireland were leading in that game. The Irish should be counting on 3 points from that game. Of course, if scoreline stays here, it means that both Croatia and Ireland would have 3 points. Croatia would have, or 6 points, but Croatia, in fact, would have played a game more. 3-2 it is then, as we come up to the final 10 minutes. Another substitution, and Mario Stanic is the player that's coming off. Player who came back from suspension for this game. So he comes off, and the player that's coming on is Jurcic, who also missed the last game because of suspension. In fact, he was sent off against Ireland in the same game that Stanic was sent off. So Jurcic, who is part of the World Cup squad, he's for Croatia Zagreb here, the Maximir Stadium. Now Croatia looking to break. Suka playing that one back. Saric. Now Suka, he miskicked.
Looked like a handball. After he hit the ball, it looked like the FIR Macedonia player put his hand down and hit the ball, but Suka was presented with a good opportunity.
Well, the crowd appreciate that. Very knowledgeable, the supporters here in Zagreb. Over the years, they've seen some brilliant players playing here for the local sides. They do enjoy good technical football. Now forward that time by Sanovsky. The referee, I think he's going for the card again. And Juric, who's only been on, what, about a minute and a half? Back from suspension, and he gets a yellow card straight away as we see that chance for Suka. Yellow card sign in the mount up now, Tommy.
Oh, this referee's throwing him about. The second half in particular, he's just been a very, very busy man with those cards. I'm not sure they're all deserved.
Stavrovsky plays that one across. Sahari Efshi. That one's floated in and a little bit too high there. Made back by the defender. That's the decision from the
corner
assistant on the other side. Flagged that one out of play. Now, I'm not quite sure how he saw that, because Lodic certainly would have had his body in the way.
He did very well to see that now.
He's got X-ray vision. Zakiri with the corner, the header. And it took a touch from a Croatian player. They're coming in there from Čurić.
Čurić really thought he had a goal there, and all of a sudden the head just got on and knocked it away.
This time it's pulled deep. The shot. Again, it takes a ricochet. Another corner. Well, a third successive corner. Would it be 3 times lucky for Macedonia? Giri. And Croatia get it clear. And the ball goes out of play. Just under 6 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. That was a dangerous ball back by Sanovsky. Nearly played his teammate in trouble. So there were 2 Croatian players bound cracking down on him. One of them was Zombier Boban. Football from Spain this weekend, live on Saturday for our audience in Latin America only. From the Nou Camp, it's Barcelona against Salamanca. Barcelona, after a slow start, are up there in third spot now. Salamanca in a mid-table position. And they did do the double last season over Barcelona, including a 4-1 victory at the Nou Camp. It's our live football from Spain. Check your local listings for times. For Croatia. Stay with us at the completion of the game. We'll be back to wrap it up. We'll show you all the goals in this Euro 2000 qualifier. We'll also have a look at the other results of matches in this group and how the teams all stand now. Reports we're getting from Ireland is that Ireland are beating Malta. If that result stays and this scoreline here stays the same, Ireland and Croatia will be on top of the group. I suppose you would expect Ireland, though, to beat Malta, wouldn't you, Tommy?
Well, the way Ireland's going, you'd kind of expect them to beat Brazil, even if they were playing them now at the present time.
You're not biased by any chance, are you?
No, no.
Okay.
Honest opinion. May not stand up, but it's an opinion. Look at this.
It's Milasevski, the goalkeeper. Kicked out Churic. Final ball that time, letting Macedonia down. Macedonia have not done, and that's committed too many players forward, realising how dangerous Croatia can be on the counter-attack, and that time Davor Suker was just fractionally offside.
Well, he's not at all impressed by the call.
Now this is Gosev. He's giving it away. Here comes Croatia, 3-on-2. Davor Suker. Oh, he was trying to curve that round defender and goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper was well positioned. Davor Suker acknowledges the fans in the crowd.
Well, he is a gallery man. He loves to play to the crowd. He loves to get the crowd involved with him.
Well, this is his 45th international. He has now scored 38 international goals for Croatia. That's nearly a goal a game at international level, Tommy. That really is a great strike rate, especially when you compare it. It's 45 internationals. A lot of players might play in 2 and get a couple of goals, but to play that many and score that regularly.
Well, he has it over the long haul, and I don't know if there is any other international player. There's certainly no other international player around at the moment, Mike, that can have that kind of statistics.
He's still looking to add to that, and again, he was just fractionally offside. Got on the blind side of the defender. But just stepped forward. It's a yard too early. Into the final 2 minutes. And Suker there, just trying his run. You can see it was been very close when the ball was played.
Oh, that should be a corner. That was a mistake.
Yes, a mistake, and just a lack of concentration that time. I think he was thinking about what he was going to do with the ball once he got it, and just took his eye off the ball, and it just went under his foot.
Well, it puts pressure on them, and not alone that Croatia used very valuable time here. Boban's a master of running the clock. Look at this. Maybe I will.
Well, we're going to have 3 minutes of stoppage time as he takes the corner. And he hit it short to the near post. It was away by the defender. So again, a few more seconds. This corner comes across, hit deep this time. off the head of the defender, which took it away from Tudor, who was coming in, and Davor Suker.
Well, on the two corners, Mike, he wasted almost 40 seconds, which is good clock management, isn't it? And now more, because this is the result of what happened from the corner. So over a minute, you must say, on the two corners.
And then Saric. Boban.
They give that away rather needlessly.
And we're into stoppage time. Free kick goes against Macedonia. Bozinov is the player who is penalised.
Oh, Yarni does a good job covering back, and a couple of players involved here. The sub gets pulled down, Saric.
His free kick. Rather wasted. Although Maric never gives up. Here he goes. He's not afraid to take on defenders. He's so strong, the 23 years old player from Croatia Zagreb. So you got a feeling, Tommy, that he's going to be on one of the big European club shopping lists before much longer if he carries on like he's played tonight.
Well, if he can string the games together, Mikey, he certainly found himself now on the big stage, and he has played very well tonight. A lot of confidence. He's very, very strong, which would make him ideal for the Premiership. Would make him ideal for Serie A too. He can ride off the challenge as well.
He's played in 4 matches in the World Cup finals. So he's building up a lot of experience, the 23-year-old. Of course, he's in the shop window as well with Croatia Zagreb in the Champions League, so he's got time to impress. And the chance to impress some of the bigger clubs. Boban there, just sweeping it wide. Yarni. There, in fact, is the final whistle. Well, the signal was 3 minutes. We've only had just under 2. But the crowd here at the Maximar Stadium are going to go home happy. Croatia now 2 wins in their last 2 matches after that defeat by Ireland. They've recovered with victories now over Malta and tonight here over the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia. 3-2 was the final scoreline. We'll be back with the highlights after this.